Hello students. So we will discuss some more questions based on the chapter solutions NCERT question. Let us see this question. We have a 5% solution by mass of cane sugar in water. Okay, we have taken a 5% solution of cane sugar in water and that solution has freezing point 271 Kelvin. Now it is being asked to calculate the freezing point of 5% glucose in water solution if the freezing point of pure water is 273.15 Kelvin. So if we observe this question, there are two types of solutions mentioned here. One is your cane sugar in water solution, another one is glucose in water solution, and both their concentrations have been given, that is 5% mass by mass, and both the concentration is same. Okay, 5% mass by mass percentage. Now again the freezing point of a pure water is also given. Now if you observe in both the solutions, glucose as well as cane sugar, the solvent is same, that is water. Okay, and the freezing point of pure water is mentioned to be 273.15 Kelvin. Okay, so the only thing which will be same for both of them, for both the solution, will be the Kf value. Kf value means our molar depression constant or cryoscopic constant value will be same for both because the solvent is same, that is water. Now let us try to solve this question. First you note it down. Okay, now let us try to solve this question. Here we will use an approach that both the solutions have concentration 5% mass by mass. So 5% by mass means what? This is the concentration. 5% by mass concentration means 5 grams of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Five percent by mass concentration means 5 grams of solute present in 100 grams of solution. Okay, that is the meaning of mass by mass percentage concentration. Whatever percentage mass by mass concentration is mentioned, that much gram of solute present in 100 grams of solution. So 5% by mass concentration means 5 grams of solute present in 100 grams of solution, and this is applicable for both. This is applicable for both cane sugar and glucose solution because both of them have same concentration. So both the data which we found out from the concentration, since the concentration for both the cane sugar and glucose solution is same, so whatever conclusion we found out here, 5 grams of solute present in 100 grams of solution, that is same for cane sugar as well as glucose. Means 5 grams of cane sugar present in 100 grams of total solution. Similarly, 5 grams of glucose is present in 100 grams of total solution. So this data is applicable for both types of solution because both of them have same mass percentage. Okay, now So from here what do we get? Mass of solute 5 grams. Okay, that is same for both cane sugar as well as glucose solution, as well as total mass of the solution is 100 grams. Same for cane sugar as well as glucose. Now what will be the mass of solvent? Let us find out. Now solution total mass is 100 grams. Mass of solute is 5 grams. So mass of solvent will be solution minus solute. From the total solution, if you subtract solute, you will get solvent. Okay. So mass of solvent will be 100 minus 5. Total mass of solution is 100 grams. Mass of solute is 5 grams. So if you subtract from the total mass of solution, mass of solute, you will get mass of solvent. So you get mass of solvent to be 95 grams. Okay, and again this is same for both cane sugar and glucose solution. Okay, it is same for both cane sugar and glucose solution. Alright, because the concentration of both the solution is same. So this is the information which we got from the concentration by mass, that will also be same. Hence the mass of solvent, that is 95 grams, solvent is water over here, that is also same for both cane sugar and glucose. So you note it down. Okay. Now the next step, what we will do, since we have two types of solution, there will be two calculations. So I am dividing into two columns so that I will simultaneously do the two calculation. First calculation will be for cane sugar, left hand side, this side for glucose. Okay, for cane sugar solution and glucose solution we are doing simultaneously, we will do the calculation. Okay, now let us calculate number of moles of cane sugar. Cane sugar is present in water. We can calculate the number of moles of cane sugar. Okay, how to calculate? Given mass of cane sugar by molar mass. Now we already saw 5% by mass concentration means 5 grams of solute. So given mass is 5. We saw from the previous case. Okay, and molar mass of cane sugar. Cane sugar formula is C12H22O11. C12H22O11. So its molar mass will be, if you calculate, you will get the molecular mass or the molar mass to be 342 grams per mole. Okay, so given mass is 5 grams. That is same for cane sugar as well as glucose. Okay, we just saw the calculation previous step. Okay, since the concentration is same, then 5 grams of solute is present in 100 grams of solution. That is also same. So mass of solute is same for both of them. So 5 grams of cane sugar is there. Given mass is 5 grams. Divided by molar mass, if you calculate, it will be 342 grams. So if you divide given mass by molar mass, you will get number of moles of cane sugar. Okay. So when you calculate, you will get the value. Now we have the number of moles of cane sugar. Similarly, let us calculate number of moles of glucose. Given mass of glucose is same, 5 grams. Glucose formula is C6H12O6. Given mass by molar mass. Given mass is 5 grams. Molar mass of glucose is, yes, it is 180 grams. Okay, so we got the number of moles for both the cases. Now let us calculate the molality of both the solution. That also we can calculate. Molality in this case will be what? What is the formula of molality? Number of moles of solute by mass of solvent in kg. Number of moles of solute we have. Mass of solvent we already know, 95 grams. Okay, so let us divide number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg, but solvent mass is in grams, so we will divide 95 grams by 1000 and then substitute. So 5 by 342 number of moles of solute, okay, divided by mass of solvent in kg. Alright, 95 grams by 1000 we have to convert in kg. So when you calculate, you will get to be 0.154. That is the molality of cane sugar solution. Similarly, molality of in this case will be same method, number of moles of solute by mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent again is same. Okay, and when you calculate, you will get the value to be 0.292. So we got the molality in both cases. Okay, we got the number of moles and molality in both cases. Now you complete writing this, then we will go for the next step. Next is, after calculating the number of moles and molality, we will continue calculation in this column form. What we will do for cane sugar, for glucose. Now we have the freezing point of cane sugar solution. We have the freezing point of cane sugar solution, TF. For cane sugar solution, TF means what? I have told TF means freezing point of solution. Okay, but when we add not, it becomes freezing point of a pure solvent. So TF, that is equal to freezing point of solution. Is mentioned to be 271 Kelvin, and TF naught, freezing point of pure water or pure solvent, it is given to be 273.15 Kelvin. Okay, this is the data we have. Now we can calculate the delta TF, that is the decrease in freezing point. You can see, compared to the pure water, the solution has lesser freezing point, 270, 271. So delta TF will be 273.15 minus 271, that is equal to 2.15 Kelvin. So this is the calculation for depression or decrease in freezing point. Okay, complete this calculation, then we will proceed further. Okay, now since we have the depression in freezing point, we will use the formula for depression in freezing point. Okay, for cane sugar, same, we are doing the calculation for cane sugar solution only now. So the formula is same, delta TF equal to KF into M. Okay, where M is the molality. We have already calculated the molality of both the solution. Delta TF we just found out. Let us substitute. So only unknown is KF, that's equal to delta TF by M. Delta TF is 2.15. M we just calculated, that is 0.154. Okay, for cane sugar solution it was 0.154. Okay, we have calculated the value of molality for cane sugar solution also, so we substituted them. So this is the value of Kf you get from cane sugar. Now for glucose solution also the value of Kf will be same because solvent is same, water. So we will use the same Kf value there also. How? Let us see. Here we will directly calculate for glucose solution. We can directly calculate the decrease in freezing point from the equation. Here M is the molality of the glucose solution because we are doing in the glucose side now. This side calculation is over because we have found out Kf. Okay, from the known data, and we calculated delta TF. From that we calculated Kf. Now that Kf we will apply here for glucose solution because solvent is same. So Kf value will also be same. So now delta TF we can calculate very easily from the formula, that is 2.15 by 0.154. Substituted this value of Kf there into 0.292, molality of glucose solution 0.292. Okay, so when you calculate this value, you will get 4.08, obviously in Kelvin. 4.08 Kelvin. So the decrease in freezing point we got for glucose solution is 4.08 Kelvin. But what we want is the freezing point of glucose solution. We don't want this. Although we calculated this will be helpful, but we want the freezing point of a glucose solution. How to calculate the exact freezing point? This is the depression in freezing point. Now let me tell you the equation of delta TF again, that is TF naught minus TF. The depression in freezing point formula is freezing point of solvent minus solution. TF naught means pure solvent, TF means freezing point of solution, TF naught means freezing point of pure solvent, TF only means freezing point of solution, and solution freezing point is always less compared to solvent freezing point. So this is the equation. So we want freezing point of solution, TF. So what will be from the above equation? TF naught minus delta TF, yes or no? If delta TF equal to TF naught minus TF, so TF equal to TF naught minus delta TF. TF naught is freezing point of pure solvent, we already have it, 273.15 Kelvin. Okay, 273.15 Kelvin we already have. Now delta TF we just calculated 4.08. Substitute. Okay. So when you subtract, you will get 269.07 Kelvin. Okay, 269.07 Kelvin. Alright, the value will be 269.07 Kelvin. So this is how we calculated. From one solution we calculated Kf, used that Kf for glucose solution in the equation of this. Then after calculating freezing point of glucose solution, we calculated, after calculating the depression in freezing point for glucose solution, we calculated the Tf value. So that's all for this question. Thank you all.